There's always something. Nothing. Boom, 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 boom. We are so live here at the LA School of Comedy, where comedy never ceases to amaze me. Okay? We just never know what's going to happen. I'm missing our lady from last week. The Persian lady that was complaining about her family. That was brilliant. Weren't you here for that? Girl, listen. And then she kept looking at you telling the story. I know, you poor thing. They were after you.
They better come after me, because I'll give them what I give it to them.
Well, hello there. Hello there. I don't even know what to think about that. It makes it to the rhythm of the early... Okay. I was in an Uber accident. I have to start with that. And as a result, I have lost 2 teeth. And they told me that my crown broke with my tooth in it. And I have this documentary I'm doing. And I said, you're going to fix this tooth. I don't care how we do it. And the tooth is broken in, so they had to take the tooth out of the crown. And she says, you're going to get a bad infection. You have to take care of this right away. And I was like, after documentary. All right, because we think we're in control of ourselves, but we're not. He's our pilot, or she's our pilot, or they're our pilot. We don't know anymore, but we know we got pilots everywhere. And I want to welcome you to another interesting evening here at the LA School of Comedy, where we are here to promote not just stand-up comedy, but we also have acting classes by the director of the one and only Film Actors Cafe. We have Aaron McIntyre. We also have a great, we have an admin staff here that's really kicking it, and I'm so pleased to have, once again, the one and only Audrey. Miss Audrey Jackson is here. Audrey. And Johnny B. And, of course, your comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman. Hey, don't bend over like that in jail. I'd like to also say, if you guys need... I should know, right? Yeah, I've been there enough. I got to tell you something. Oh, and listen, for all you guys that need posts done, you want your post done, Billy Ramirez does the post. And also, we have the Right Club with Dustin Chafin. And whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, I'm sorry. All right. I used to do that to a friend of mine. His name was Billy Wong. And he was like, he used to always say, I'm American. You ever notice people like that when they try to be white? You know what I mean? Like, dude, you're Chinese. Your name's not Billy. Billy Wong. I would go, whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. He was like, I don't like that because I'm American. That's like I went with this guy. His name was Roberto Blanco. Okay, no. His name was Robert White. Robert White. I call his house, and I hear, "Non de la lengua." And I said, oh, excuse me, I must have the wrong number. So I hear the phone pick up, and I hear him say, "Cuelga." And the phone hangs up, and he goes, "My cleaning lady." So we're talking, and Robert White takes me out to a movie, and Robert White starts talking in the movie theater in front of people. She's in the closet, like embarrassing me. I've never done this in my life. I went to the ladies' room, and I took a taxi from Jersey City to Paterson, New Jersey, and left him in the theater. Come to find out, his name is Roberto Blanco, okay, from Cuba, and he doesn't want to be called Spanish. Isn't that funny? So he gave himself the last name White? That's bad. And guess what? It wasn't his cleaning lady, it was his mother. That was the craziest part. She says, "Sí, soy la mamá." And I was like, oh, shit. And then I ran into him after like a 3-day bender, and I was working on Wall Street, and I ran into him in the subway, and he was like, "Why did you leave me?" And I said, "I never knew what happened to you." You could do that then. We had no cell phones. All right. And my mother, she would have a drink and just change her phone number every week. You ever know people that drink and just change their phone number? I tell you, one goddamn thing, get straight. Nah, just change the number. That's it. She once said to me, "I'll fix you." And she went and got these big Singer sewing machine scissors, went in my bedroom and cut the cord, and smoke came out. And I was like, I've never seen smoke come out of a phone cord before. And I heard, and I look, and my mother's Electrolux vacuum cleaner cord going inside. She cut the wrong cord. She could have died. She could have died with the cord going. And you know what I did? I didn't tell her because I want to use that phone. They couldn't get you off the phone back in the day. You remember when you were on the phone when they pick up the other phone? You know, when you send your kids to Jewish day school, it's very different. It's very different than like having a colored mother, because they're like, you're going to get a timeout, and this is how a black mother gets you off the phone. They pick up the other one and say, hang up the goddamn phone now. If I beat your ass too short to shit, and you're like, oh my God. All right, I didn't mean to say that about my mother, my husband's mother-in-law. I'm going to give him a few minutes tonight because I haven't seen him for a while. I miss him very much. And Mark, I really do miss you. Why do you always text when I talk to you, even in person? You know, when we met, we weren't texting. We were playing toesies. That's true. But we had food. All right, come up here for a few minutes. Come on. Come on, you can make it up, Mark. Here, help him get up. Hey, brother, how you doing?
Abusive behavior.
I'm not abusive.
You all have to excuse me. I was told I need a knee operation to replace my knee. But of course, my luck, the pain went into the top of my foot. And now I can't, kick my kid in the ass and put my foot up there. I would, too. I'd love to. Anyhow, especially when they run their mouths. So, here we are. The L.A. School of Comedy. And we've had quite a week with the smell of burning Teslas. The only one problem with burning down a Tesla, there's no gasoline in it. You see, they must make a completely unsatisfactory fire. It's kind of like when you were a kid and you wanted to burn ants with alcohol. Once the alcohol burned away, the accelerant, there's nothing left to burn. It's made out of fucking aluminum. So I saw a clip on TV today of some woman driving down the road, in her Tesla. Some guy pulls around her, stops his Subaru. You ever notice that all these people drive Subarus? Subarus must be the favorite car of Antifa. What is it about Subarus? So here we are, the woman pulls around, he jumps out of his car and runs and tells her she's a Nazi. Shit, he don't even know this white woman. How does he know she's a Nazi? Why? Because she bought a Tesla? Here's the sick part about it. Every person in L.A. who was performatively buying a Tesla to virtue signal in the last 3 years was a left-wing Democrat. So now all of a sudden, it's amazing. It's not like Elon Musk got thrown out of heaven like Lucifer. We don't elect Lucifer. God chooses Lucifer. It's just like, hey, how do you turn on the electric car? And it's something in the air, I think. The lack of the smell of gasoline fumes, which used to be a very prevalent smell in Los Angeles. Now all we can smell is homeless people's body odor. What are you all going, you weren't here at 7:30 this morning. This guy had 2 shopping carts, and he was making a decision what piece of junk he was going to take out. He lives in front of the bathroom store. And I had some other guy really sleeping rough around the corner. This is, homeless person central, this corner, especially in the morning. The poor guy in the coffee store, the Exxon, he don't know what to do. Anyhow, I'm just ranting and raving, Because in the end, it's funny, some of this stuff. The best is all of them turning on Chuck Schumer. Well, now he looks like an iguana. I mean, how did he turn from, a little short Jewish guy from Brooklyn, though he is 6 feet tall, into an iguana? His spine is bending further and further, and the Democrats ascribe that to, the fact that he didn't stand up to Trump. The truth is he has osteoporosis. I mean, everything can't be, you betrayed the party. You didn't stand up to Trump. But the best news of the week is Fetterman. Love that man now. Love that Fetterman. Fetterman got a silver-plated beeper from Benjamin Netanyahu, and he loved it. He's a good man, Fetterman. But he is the future of the Democratic Party. Instead, they want to give us Jasmine Crockett. Now, I get a kick out of Jasmine Crockett. Well, listen, any woman who can put on fake eyelashes that long and bat them all day and not get tired, I got respect for. I know what it takes. I've seen the eyelashes on the floor living with 3 women. They look like bugs. The fact that she could put them on, I watched them trying to put on their little ones. Imagine them big ones that she has. And the best are the bitch fights between her and what's the other one's name? Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene is like odious. She is like the white trash girl that everybody wants to screw, but nobody wants to talk to. There were a lot of them in college. They used to come in. She's not quite a cheerleader. She's more like the drunk girl in the student union, the one who drank a little bit too much and takes on the football team. That's Marjorie Taylor Greene. But that all being said, there is a very easy way to get rid of Jasmine Crockett. She can take over for Whoopi on The View. Think about that. A little new blood on the View, right? Somebody a little younger, a little feistier, maybe who tends to make sense, even though she has a filthy mouth. But it would be good. And the best thing is, if I were her and they offered me $3 million, I'd get my ass out of Congress. Think about what they paid Joy Reid to say stupidity. So here was the best Joy Reidism of the week. God knows the only person enabling her is Don Lemon. We all remember Don Lemon, right? So Don Lemon has her on a podcast, and she said, Trump in the 51st state of Canada, we can't beat Canada. We'd have to use a war. They'd kick our ass. They burnt the Capitol in 1812. See, here's what bothers me. This is a woman who supported this, what was that, the 1612 project or whatever it was? But claiming that the Canadians burned the Capitol in 1812 shows a complete lack of knowledge about American history. For God's sake, there wasn't a Canada in 1812. It was called British America. And it was the British who burned them, and they didn't even live in Canada. They came by boat from Bermuda, came in, burnt it, while Dolly Madison was escaping out the back door with the silver. So at the end of the day, the abysmal lack of knowledge of these people when they make pronouncements on TV is fascinating. But nothing will beat the Canadians beat our ass. Now, the truth of the matter is we did try and invade Canada twice. One time was with Benedict Arnold, and we know whose side he was really on. And yet we just did it, during the Revolutionary War and in 1804, we thought that Canada should belong to the United States. We haven't changed our mind. Despite the fact that it has one thing that we really don't want. Canadians. There are two things in Canada we don't want. Frenchmen and Canadians. I mean, do you really want Quebec? I say we take the country, partition it, give Quebec to France. That way they'll support the whole move in the United Nations. French will always sell you out. And we'll just take the rest, considering most of the wealth of the country is in Alberta. And they've already sent a delegation to visit Trump and say, take us. The taxes here are too high. I mean, it is. It's like a crazy socialist country. But, I love watching the world on fire, and I don't. There are wars all over the place, But here's the best, and I'll leave you with this because I'm getting a little tired. Uncle Joe Biden went to the Democratic Party and said, I'm coming back. They said, what do you mean you're coming back? He came in and he said, well, I think you should use me to go around and support your agenda. Well, the truth is they all turned around to him and said, Joe, go back to Delaware and lay on the beach. It's almost summertime. Maybe you can get a bad enough burn will put you in a hospital. But we don't want you. He only had one purpose in the Democratic Party, to give cover for a bunch of people using an auto pen to change the country. 30 million migrants. We've never had 30 million migrants. The Democrats won on that, by the way. This is one thing they did successfully, because if you think about it, we're never going to be able to round up 30 million migrants, ever. All right? What I don't want to see is us putting them too much to work, but in the end, they're going to get exploited. They're going to get trafficked. It's going to be a mess, and the Democratic Party thinks that, they're going to vote. No, they're not. And what's the greatest part about it is, if you know enough immigrants who've come from South America, they tend these days to be very conservative and vote Republican. So what they did is they thought they'd import them, give them all kinds of goodies, and vote Republican. Which reminds me of goodies. One of my favorite people in the whole wide world, Stacey Abrams, managed to get a grant of $2 billion. And what do you think she was going to do with $2 billion? Maybe she was going to help Fannie Willis support her boyfriend. All right. Does Stacey Abrams have a boyfriend, husband, children? Or is she just giving out stoves to poor people to buy their votes? Never quite understood that woman, what she was standing for. She claimed and yelled and screamed, Georgia's going to racism, this, that. Biggest showing ever in Georgia since they passed that law. What it did was it made everybody come to the polls. Stacey, you didn't lose. Your election wasn't stolen from you. You lost because people know when you're stupid. On that note, I will turn it over to
Thank you.
Ms. Sunda.
Miss Sunda, all right. Is Stacey Abrams Jewish?
No.
She's not? Stacey Abrams. Oh, I know who that is. I'm sorry, I'm not so, trying to get myself together. Thank you. I'm just reading.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
We have a terrible announcement to make. George Foreman died.
No!
Oh my God.
76 years old.
The former heavyweight champion.
Oh, man.
Did he do the grill?
Yes, the George Foreman. He was a boxer. They're kids. Oh, my God.
His name George.
Wow.
Here's the best part about it is there's going to be one hell of a rematch in heaven. Ali against Foreman.
Wow. Rest in peace, Foreman. We said it first. Thank you, Mark. Yeah. Wow, that grill. That's the kids are saying it's the grill. Listen, I'm going to tell you about a grill. I'm going to bring up this guy who teaches acting because I want to see him tonight. He's getting ready to go up. He's going to be up on April 2nd at the Ha-Ha. Let's get up with the comedy of the one and only Aaron McIntyre.
Hello. I've been told to be friendly, so I'm going to be friendly now. Get to know you. Hi. How are you? It's the friendly part. I'm mentally ill. And it's fun. It's really fun. And I smell weed. Woo! Got a big old whiff of weed there from coming in from the door. Yeah, I'm mentally ill.
Somebody getting ready for this set.
Yeah, they're getting ready for their set. They're preparing. Let me just prepare a little bit. Yeah, any other people out there who have a clinical diagnosis of mental illness? Anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody? Yeah? Yeah. Good. Anybody else who just has a mental illness that's not? Because you should all raise your hands at this point. I think that'd be a good thing. Everybody, raise your hands. Because we've all got something, right? All got something, you know. Got to have the pen right in the right place, you know. Got to have the curtains drawn a certain way, you know. So yeah, I got that, and ADD, which everybody has. I understand, you know, everybody's got it because when I say I have it, everybody goes, "Oh yeah, me too." So it's part of life. It's part of life. And then there's Tourette's. I keep forgetting about the Tourette's. But yeah, any other bipolar people out there raise both hands? No? Any obsessive compulsive, just clap your hands 3 times and get the guy next to you to raise his hand. Anybody with ADD, just get everybody else to raise their hands for you, and you'll feel a whole lot better. I'm working on some stuff because I've been one of those people who like reads a lot of self-help books and stuff. You know, I'm a little woo-woo. You know, Berkeley, California, Berkeley, man, totally, man. I'm reading one now called Trans Surfing, and it has nothing to do with transsexual surfing. It's just trans surfing. But it talks about pendulums, and it talks about how these pendulums, it's the black and the white, and the good and the bad, and the this, you know, and all this kind of stuff. And something happens, and it just gets the pendulum going, and pretty soon you're just caught up in that pendulum. And it reminded me of a song that you may know, Sunda. Pendulums swing like a pendulum do. Papa's riding bicycles 2 by 2. I never understood that song. What he's riding bicycles 2 by 2. What does that mean? Does anybody have a clue? Yeah, you know. What does it mean? 2 by 2, but he's right. Papa's riding bicycles 2 by 2. Didn't ever make sense. And that's probably, you know what it is it's probably kind of like Help Me Rhonda, yeah. It's not Help Me Rhonda, yeah, get her out of my car, which is what my dad thought it was. And I Won't Be Your Beast of Burden is not I Can Smell Your Pizza Burning, which is what I always thought it was. I don't know where I went on that one, but I did want to talk a little bit about the Bible because I think it's really kind of an amazing book. It really is. Best book ever written? I don't know. I don't think so. It's kind of more like a blog. You know, it's like a blog that a bunch of people wrote, and it's really long. And I think it was really meant, a lot of it was meant as like a bedtime story to put you to sleep, because they go over the same things over and over and over and over again, and how many begats and begots and all of those, the Hittites and the Hebites and the Hermaphrodites and all of the ites, you know, all the ites. There's like too many ites. There's like all these ites, and then all of a sudden they'll be the Mogabesh. And then, where the hell did the Mogabesh come? How come they didn't get an ite? Why wouldn't it the Mogabeshites? You know, Moabites. Oh, we have a scholar here, about Bible scholar. He's going to correct me through my whole thing. Just tell me if I got anything wrong. Because no, I don't want to, because then it's not funny. Right? I think it's funnier. Yeah, they did a lot of stuff that was they made those people work hard. You know, lots of killing, lots of murder, and then we wiped out the whole village because all of them were bad, I guess. Lots of doing that, and then my favorite part is when God told Moses to go down to the Pharaoh, right? And he tells him to go down there, and he goes, now listen, I want you to go down there, and I want you to tell him this, blah, 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 and then I'm going to rain all this shit down on you, right? But he's going to say no, or he's going to say yes, but then he's not going to do it. So he goes down there, tells him, and comes back, and the guy didn't do it. And he says, see, I told you, now you got to go tell him this. And he has him go back and forth like 5 times. Why didn't he just rain all that shit down at once? You know, get the thing over with. Or just do what he did with some of the other people and just wipe out all those people. Because he could. He's God, right? I mean, he made the heaven and the earth. He did. He made the heavens and the earth, and it was a void. What? What do you mean it was a void? It was the heaven. Why didn't he just say, made the heaven and the earth, then he made light, then he made this, then he made that? Because there's not enough of a hook, right? You got to have the hook to bring the people in. So God made the heaven and the earth, and it was a void and formless. And then God moved on the water, and somebody reaches out and goes, wait a minute, there was no water yet. How did he move on the water if there was no water? And it's like, no, it's a metaphor for emotions. And there's too many metaphors. Too many metaphors. It's still a little, see, and that kind of like my comedy bit right now. It's very, very amorphous. There's absolutely no form or anything. Structure, there's not a structure here. I'm just throwing a bunch of shit out there. See what sticks. I'll look at it later and, kind of edit some shit out and get the good stuff. My favorite was the ark because, God is a jealous God. Did you know that? He says it right out, right? He says, I am a jealous God. You will have no gods before me. And then he goes and he makes Moses make this freaking ark, it's got to be this big, and it's got to have some nice, jewels, and it's got to have some silk and then gold, but these grommets have to be brass. I mean, it just goes into such detail. It's like, what is he, like a gay interior designer? Oh, I want a tabernacle, and that one has to point east, and then we have to have some curtains over here. But one curtain, I only want to have that be, a cubit and a half. But this one has to be. It's insane, the directions. And the problem is they keep going over and over and over and over them. Every time something happens, he tells Moses he's got to do this. So now Moses got to go down and tell the people. And then he's got to go through the whole recipe again. And then he comes back and he goes, okay, I told the people. And he goes, okay, well, now you got to go down and get the guy to do it. And he goes down and he gives them the whole recipe again. All they needed to do was have a reference, right? And the second time, just say, if you don't know how to make an ark, see Exodus 3. They would have cut that book down from that big to a pamphlet. It would have been done. And with that, I'm going to end. So, love you all. I'm trying to be loving now, and because I have so much love in my heart, I'd like to bring up a man who, if I were gay, I don't think I'd date him, but I'd take him out for dinner. Put your hands together for Billy Ramirez.
Thank you very much. One Punch Jay, I love your cologne. All right. So my name is Billy Ramirez, and I'm here on a Friday night because I don't have kids to watch. And I don't have kids. The reason I don't have kids is not because I don't dislike kids. I like kids, but it's they're all the time. Like kids are all the time. As far as I know, parenting is still 24/7, 365, possibly even longer. And that just sounds exhausting. That's not a commitment I'm willing to jump into. But I am willing to jump in on a 36-month lease on a pre-owned 2022 model. Maybe I'll pay extra if the kid's out of diapers. There could be some more flexible lease terms, like maybe do a 72-month where you pick them up as a toddler and you turn them back in before they start to get all long and gangly, seemingly made up of nothing but knees and elbows, and they start to have opinions that they just have to share with you. Buck teeth, and I'm thinking of one friend-specific kid when I'm talking, like when I'm describing this kid, and I'm hoping that all my friends with kids start to confront me about this joke. Be like, hey, Billy, just you know the joke about the goofy, gangly kid, the weird. That's not my kid, is it? And then I go like, well, heavens no, but why would you think that? But if you do, please write down in exacting detail why, because I could always use the material. Let's see. So I recently made a really big decision. Saw through the BS. I did my own research, and I put my foot down. And I got rid of my cast iron pan. I finally got rid of that stupid thing. I hated my cast iron pan. I bought into the fad a few years ago, made some pizzas and wings, and then stopped using it because every time I pulled it out, it felt like I was about to repair a train or embark on the Oregon Trail or something, an old, outdated piece of technology. And what's really annoying is the trick to using a cast iron pan properly is to not wash it. Really. As a matter of fact, washing a cast iron pan properly is the ultimate sin in cast iron. So instead, we just kind of rinse it off and let it stay oily, and it develops this patina, which is just another word for old and dirty. It's patina, or the seasoning they call it sometimes, this seasoning upon which you'll cook your food. But if your child approached the dinner table with this seasoning and patina all over their hands, you tell them, go wash your grubby mitts. You're disgusting. Like this is, But the worst thing about cast iron is the fans. Fans of cast iron are so annoying because they just cast iron conducts heat real well. It conducts heat real well. Like, well, fine. If I ever put together an orchestra called Heat, I'll get my cast iron pan to conduct it. If that'll shut you up. I think in 2025, if you buy a cast iron pan, someone in your family should die of dysentery. So, coming here to LA School of Comedy has been really, really fun. Coming as much as possible to the open mics on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sign-ups at 6:30, live at 7 o'clock, only on LA School of Comedy. I've gotten more used to being existing on stage, and so when I first started doing comedy, it was tough because I've been a drummer for far longer than I've been a comedian. I've been a drummer since the late 90s, and I like the late 1900s, and I like to say that to people around my age because some will get all tight and and then some will laugh, and those are the people I want to hang out with. So, but as a drummer, I'm just I have my own little drumming nook, and I could be completely ignored basically for an entire gig. But doing comedy feels like I showed up to the gig, somehow lost my drums on the way, and then the rest of the band didn't show. So it's just like, it's just up to me to entertain everyone. Like I don't know. I know how to do trumpet sounds with my mouth, Speaking of trumpet sounds, I was listening. You do. Just wait. There's more. Just wait. There's more. I was just speaking of trumpet sounds. I was listening to Miles Davis. Actually the other day. It was 7 Steps to Heaven. All that. And when I listen to jazz from that era, inevitably my mind starts to wander and think about how angry all those jazz cats were. Like Miles Davis, the trumpeter, and Charles Mingus, the bassist, Buddy Rich, the drummer. No matter if they were jazz, they were angry. And I just love that dichotomy of boiling anger in jazz. Doom, doom, doom. I love that. So if I had a time machine, the first thing I would do is go back to a fancy jazz club in the 50s and 60s in New York City and watch one of these meltdowns because I think it'd be epic. Yeah, just imagine just being at one of these shows, you're all dressed to the nines, and the guy just, all right, ready, 2, 3, 4, doom, 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 doom. Stop. Jones, I swear to God, you come in late one more time, I'm going to drag you out in front of everyone and stomp you until jelly comes out of your ears, all right? Okay? If you think I'm playing, just try me. Just try me. 2, 3, 4, doom, 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 doom. That song's called My Beautiful Love. Yeah, I would love to see that. Let's see. Okay. We'll talk about jazz. Let's talk about wrestling. Who's a fan of pro wrestling in here? Yeah, I know Mark. Yeah. What's your pro? You do wrestling, right? Yeah. Yeah. You do a sidewalk slam as your finisher. Chokes. No, you're a choke slam guy. Yeah. Really? What's your finisher? He doesn't know his finisher. This is a CT.
My favorite finisher of all times, Scorpion Deathlock.
Oh, you can't do the Scorpion Deathlock.
I don't think I can.
Oh, all right. So,
I do it
all right.
before you even
So
say it.
Sunda. All right. So we got to get him up here in 3 minutes. I want to see a Scorpion Deathlock after me, not on me. Yeah, no,
We're gonna take some Advil.
no. So, oh man, no. So that's not the kind of moves I want to talk about. I want to talk about simpler moves, man.
I knew them all.
Yeah, I want to talk about simpler moves, like so wrestling. See how weird wrestling is. You see, you talk Scorpion Deathlock, and everyone just losing. That's an actual wrestling move. Wrestling is weird, and that's why I love it. But so I've been watching wrestling since Hulk Hogan was doing the whole thing, and I've been watching on and off, and I don't know why, because it's weird. So if you boil wrestling down, it's basically just a bunch of muscly men get mostly naked and sweaty and play fight with each other night in and night out. I would love to hear a psychologist's take on that. And then also, if you pay attention to some of the moves, like maybe the Scorpion Deathlock, some of these moves are quite intimate. Like some of these moves you wouldn't do on your significant other, or at least maybe not before a couple drinks or something. So with all that weirdness, I always wonder how it even start. I just think about maybe 150 years ago, who knows, some shrewd businessman convinced a bunch of confused young men just to try it out. Like, gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I understand that oiling each other up was awkward, but let's move on past that. So if you want to be pro wrestlers, you got to know some moves. But before you learn how to give a move, you got to learn how to take a move. So first move I'm going to teach you how to take is called the body slam. It's a very simple move. All you have to do is just face your opponent. And then your opponent places his left hand on your right shoulder. And then with his right arm, he picks you up by the taint and drops you. Any questions? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, you. Uh-huh. Yeah. He picks you up and drops you. Yeah. He slams your body. I thought about calling it a slam body, but it doesn't really flow that way. Uh-huh. Yes, you. It doesn't go up. It goes between the... All right, fine. I see some trepidation about the body slam. So we'll try a different move, all right? This one is called the pile driver. It sounds rough, but it's not. It's a very safe move, all right? All you have to do, you stand and face your opponent, and then you bend down, and then you shove your head in your opponent's crotch. He picks you up. He falls back and drops you on your head. Any questions? Oh, okay. All these questions. Yes, you. Mm-hmm. Yes, directly on your head. Yeah. But don't worry, your head is safely cradled within your opponent's groin. So it's you're fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's you. Huh? Wait, what did you pads and a helmet? What did you what? Being incredulous is really fun. Have you tried it? Just try it at home by yourself. Just what? Did you say pads and a helmet? What's your name? The masked chimney sweeper? Oh, it fits for the time. Listen, the masked chimney sweeper. If you want pads and a helmet, I hear there's a new thing called football, all right? So why don't you grab your shiny pecs and your golden broom and you head on down to the football field, all right? If you want pads and a helmet, all right? Because this here is professional wrestling. This is serious. Get out of here. Now, for the rest of you, grab your sequin robes and your feather boas because we're going to learn how to strut. Woo! Yeah. I love it. That worked out perfectly. I love that. That's all I had planned, but perfect. I'm going to end there because that's all I had planned. And our bodyguard, John, over here, he tagged my joke perfectly. So thank you. Now...
No additional charge.
Oh, good. All right, yeah. But for that service, it was good. I'm glad I got it for free, the first one. So the next one won't be on the house.
Don't worry, don't sell it to me.
All right. So now I'm very. Why am I standing over here? I don't know what happened. Yeah, I'm ready to wrestle. Let's go. Yeah. So if you want to learn what the Scorpion Deathlock is, this next gentleman is going to have it performed on him by John. So please welcome to the stage, Lee Schwartz.
All right, thank you. I really appreciate introductions now. Getting used to introductions. Hoping someone could come with me and go on like jobs and introduce me, because that would be great. Personal introductors. I think that's a great idea. You come with me, and I don't know. Here's Lee Schwartz, and he's looking for the position of anything that's available. But so I mean, I feel better. I rely on it. Without it, I feel lesser. But I found out actually that a guy I work with, a student, he says he's not going to go to Starbucks anymore. He's boycotting it because it's pro-Israel. And I never heard that before. Did you hear that? Oh, you did hear that. Yeah. But then I thought about it. I hate Starbucks, and I'm always in that thing where I have to get my girlfriend the Starbucks thing, And it blows me away just every time the order's like crazy, and she won't let me, use any lists or anything to aids to get it done. So, and it's gotten so exhaustively complex. It occurred to me, I'm going to get out of it and say that, I'm not going to go to Starbucks because it's pro-Israel. And then she's like, wait a second, you're Jewish. And I said, that's so she's like, how does that work? You're not going to go to Starbucks. You're boycott Starbucks because it's pro-Israel. Now, how does that work? And I said, well, I just going to do it. That's right. So I'm just going to do it. And she's like, that makes no sense. And I said, yeah, I know. I make no sense. That's just me. So I can't get your order anymore. I'm sorry. You have to get someone else to do it, and blow their mind. And they could get all flustered when they get there. And, I get there and my mind goes blank. And I swear it's always the same again. Every single day. I get there, my mind goes blank. It was this long thing. And all I can utter, latte. And that's all I can come with. I'm so exhausted. I really can't order my coffee. I'm just spent. So, and then a friend of mine, he saw the thing about hosting that I host on Saturday nights, and he said, well, you did that in college, hosting. Why are you doing it now? And I said, well, because, I don't know, get extra money. And he's like, well, you still, you use that excuse, the PA system messes up your voice and everything. It was your voice back then that did it. It wasn't, that was your voice. Blame it on the PA, forget it. Yeah, and then, he's like, everyone would come over. Where's their table? Is that our table? Is that our table? And I say, no, it's not. And then I just want to run out the door. And honestly, I have the urge to just say, we're closed, go away. And that's that. But the lady comes over. She's so upset. And I say, listen. Next time, just imagine what your voice or my voice would sound like in the most garbled manner saying your name. And she just looked at me like that look, and she's like walked away. And I'm pretty sure she didn't like that answer that I gave her. And but I did. I liked it. I liked that answer got me through the night, and I appreciate that. Sorry I can, appease her. Do my best though. It's still, I'm gonna deal with that. I deal with it all the time. And then, and that was over. So, but I get home and I take out my dog, the golden retriever that I know, and I try to feel like somebody, but I take him to the park and he gets loose and he goes to this homeless person and he's rolling around like to this homeless person like he's the best thing in the world, and then I'm thinking, no standards. Well, that's the way he greets me too. That doesn't seem right. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that unconditional gushing, thing. I'm done with it. I want animal standards. Tell me to get my life together. And I was thinking, I'm thinking, cat. That's it. Perfect cat. That's it. And get a cat, cozy on next to the cat. The cat's like, what are you doing? Your hands look dirty. You look like you've been burying bodies or something. Don't touch me. Don't even think about petting me. In fact, never pet me again. But I go on. Maybe that's maybe that's what I need, a cat. Get my life together. And then I try to relax. I was watching one of these nature documentaries, so-called nature documentaries. It was a horror show to me. That Cody Peterson. You know who he is? He's a nut. He's crazy. And all his whole thing is he goes into the forest, grabs one bug, wandering along, minding his own business. Who knows what he's doing? Next thing you know, Coyote's forcing this bug to sting him against its will, by the way. That's something's wrong with that. Investigate that. So it goes like this. Yep. Yeah, it needs consent. That's right. So it narrates what happens as the venom courses through his system. It's like, yep, feel it. It's going through. Worse than the bull ant. Getting heart palpitations. Might need rescue. I'm thinking, what the heck do I learn from this? Nothing. I learned how much pain he could take and how much I have to endure pain watching this. And what, this is what's become of nature shows. What happened to old David Attenborough? Boring, yes, but he learned something. The old, as you see, the wildebeest is drinking nervously because this waterhole is staked out by lions. There, got some there. Some about Coyote's just a waste of time. I don't need that. Who needs that? I got enough pain in my life. Seriously. Go away, Coyote. Bring back David. More Davids, actually. But and my mom was reminding me the other day, she said, when, I was born, she's talking about, and my dad didn't come. He's supposed to come to my birth. He's supposed to come. Instead, her friend came. Her friend came to the birth. She was mad at my dad, didn't show up, and she's like, and you were very upset. You were upset too. And I said, what do you... Yeah, she said, you're crying. I said, well, I'm a baby. I cry. That's normal. And she's like, but you were scared about that nurse. There's a nurse who wanted to steal you or something. And that, she's like, but you survived, right? And I said, yeah, I'm here. I made it. I made it through it all. Whatever it may be, crazy golden retriever, hosting, I'll make it. And I appreciate you all listening. Thank you. Bye. Oh, you can see me. I'm sorry. You can see me on April 2nd at Ha Ha Comedy Club. I'm looking forward to it. Take care. All right. And Samantha's going to come up, and she's the best thing that ever happened to me. Tonight. No, just kidding. No, just kidding.
He's just kidding.
Ever.
You don't have the mic.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You just had me almost mesmerized by you.
No, of course. Keep it going for Lee, everybody! You gotta a cell phone, and you gotta never have this on stage. Your joke should be up here and in here. What is this? Whose is this? I don't know whose this is. I do this to the kids at school. No, I can't. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be liable. I work at, I'm Sam. Hey guys. Hello. I am not Lee's girlfriend with the long Starbucks order. I know that was probably a confusing intro. I thought you were gonna laugh at that. It's okay. It's okay. Let's wake up. I don't know. Is it just me? I'm tired. There's been a lot of big words tonight. Everybody's up here using a lot of big words, and I'm like, I am trying to follow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I've just been hearing like, it's great. It's great that we're having vocab, but I need my Grammarly right now. That's where my brain's at. I work at a school. I'm not a teacher. Don't clap. Keep it like that. Keep it quiet. And what I just did, like when I was like, I do that to the kids all the time. Like I'll be like, where's Timothy? And he's like, right here. And I go, where's Timothy? And he's like, I'm right here. And I go, where's Timothy? And it cracks them up. So it was really fun to get to do that during stand-up. That really brought me a special little joy in my heart. We're having movement in the room, but just eyes on me. That's why I say again, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Who's your mom? Because I need to talk to her. They're not scared of that anymore. Kids, you say, I'm going to tell your mother you just, assaulted another child. They'll hit each other. I mean, I know I never really was a hitter. I was like yes, teacher, please look at me. Please. Okay, this is a bit I haven't done in a long time. So do you guys remember when you were in like elementary school and your teacher would sit you down and she'd say, okay, class 304, Miss Schmidt has a very exciting announcement for you. And you think you're going on a field trip. You think that you're going to have chocolate milk for school lunch that day. You think that there's like a new student or whatever. And she's like, I'm having a baby, and everybody's clapping, and I remember being like, ew. Like, ew. Like, why are you telling me this? I didn't know where babies came from, but I knew I was not supposed to know. I was like, are you married even? What is this? Because my mom told me, like, when I wanted to have a little sister, she was like, what you're going to do is every Friday you're going to pray. We're going to stand together and you're going to pray. And I'm like, I didn't pray for this. I did not pray for a substitute teacher. Why are you pregnant? Why? Where are you going? Don't leave me. I don't know if anybody else actually had that experience, but that's kind of, I would have lunch with my teacher. And I told her to leave her boyfriend because he was in Nicaragua and she was in Los Angeles. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, what are you doing with this man? He's not even here for you. You're here for all these kids. We're not even your kids and he can't be here for you? Wow. So that was the kind of kid I was. Just like to give you a little snapshot. Comedy is really awesome. I think more people should do it. That's a lie. I just caught myself. I think if you want to do it, do it. I think if you're like, oh my God, like, wouldn't that be such a like dare? Like, just do it if you want to do it, but don't ask me. Do you get what I'm saying when somebody's like, do you think I should do comedy? I'm like, do you think? What makes you think that you should do I look like Netflix? You know what I'm saying? Like, I honored, but I'm not like the judge of that kind of thing. It's like, just do it or don't do it. Just Nike or don't Nike. It's just that simple. More about how I grew up. My family, this is what we would do. We would eat, watch TV, or go to the mall. So that's kind of how my brain thinks. It's like food, TV or the mall. Sometimes we'd go to the mall to see movies and have snacks. I was like, whoa, everything I want right now. That's crazy. It's so funny, the movie theaters. You know what I mean? I mean, you want to talk about inflation. Nobody talks about the movie theaters. It's crazy. It's crazy. Unless it's a Tuesday matinee at AMC, right? On Tuesdays, the tickets can be $7. Every other day, they have to be $25 fucking dollars. That's crazy. I lied. It's more like $20. Well, if it's IMAX and it's 4D and, whatever. 4D, I was like, what is this? It's a rated X, 4D. I don't want to go to the movie at 4D. No D. I want no D at the movies unless the D is paying for the movies because it's so expensive. 4D is crazy. That's too much. Too much D for the movie. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. No, but I feel like every time I go to the movies, I get get suckered in by a deal. You know what I mean? Like, I won't even want like a mini hot dog or something. They'll be like, if you get 1 large popcorn, you can get 6 mini hot dogs. And I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. $30, I'll take it, because look at all this food I got. Look at all this food I got. If I had paid for each item individually, it would have been $35. But I only spent $30. And now I'm going to spend half the movie in the restroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I do that? Why do I do that? We were talking about self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. Everybody does it, you know. And if it is what it is. There's ways to stop it, but I'm not going to give those away for free. I'm not going to give away free therapy tips. You know, I told my therapist, I talked about her on stage, and she was like, really? Well, and I was like, Tracy, yes, I did. And I was like, but she still won't come to my show. Thank God. I had a therapist who wanted to come to my show, and I was like, well, you're not going to invite me to your wedding, so why would you come to my show? Mind you, she was getting married to my old therapist. Okay. While she was my therapist, she goes, you remind me of that therapist. So I'm like, you have a crush on me. You want me at your wedding. I will be the flower girl instead of your French bulldog. Beautiful femme lesbian couple. I mean, I was like, are you guys obsessed with me? Like, what's going on? What's going on? When I stopped answering, I thought she would call me. You know what I mean? Like, are you okay? Nothing. I just stopped answering. I'm like, you got married. I'm like, do you still think about me? Like, I don't know. So every once in a while, I give her a little, you know, star 67 call just to keep her on her toes. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to. Just keep in touch with the people who are important. So I don't call my grandma back, but I will star 67 my old therapist. Three therapists ago. My grandfather, he's not doing well, and it's okay. Well, I was not saying don't cry. It's okay, this is bad. This is so bad. But you know, like, when somebody, like, is diagnosed with something and then they're sick and there's a timeline. But do you know when they're just old? When they've lived longer than you thought they would. So part of you's happy, and then it's like, what's going on? What's going on? Because you need diapers and you won't wear a diaper. It's like he's there, but he's not there. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he's in a home right now, and they're like, they don't call it, whatever. My family can be so, like, entitled for no reason. Like, well, the food and this and that. And I'm like, he's wearing diapers. They're changing his diaper. Do you want to do that? Because I'm not going to do that. She's going to do that, and she's going to be, hi, good to see you. And it's like, that's crazy. Because some of the ways these, like, older people will talk to you, it's so rude. Get me this. Get me that. I'd be like, why don't you get it yourself? Wait, you can't? You can't? You're in a wheelchair? So that's only my grandfather, though. Like, sometimes he'll be, like, in it, and he's a bigger man, too. So it's a bigger wheelchair, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, he's wheeling, and he'll, like, he ran over my grandma's foot. She goes, damn it! Damn it! I'm in the kitchen, and he goes, well, why were you standing there? Making you a sandwich with the bread that she has to hide in the dishwasher because he's diabetic, trying to kill himself for a cookie. That's crazy. That's mental. The food's not that good, and it's too expensive to die over. Do not die over a cookie. That's crazy. Milano, that's crazy. Oreo. I got some Girl Scout cookies. Someone goes, where'd you get those? Take a guess. Take one guess. A little girl on the street who was screaming too loud, and I was like, they were like, Girl Scout, Girl Scout, Girl Scout, Girl Scout, and I was waiting for somebody to get coffee. They're like, Girl Scouts, Girl Scout, and I was like, I'll take 5. Thank you. So, what school are you from? How was your day? I was like, shut up. But I'll take my final moment. That sounds crazy. Like, I'm gonna die. I'm talking about death, whatever. I'll take my final moments up here to talk about some things. So first of all, give it up for Suna Kronquist, everybody. The woman, the myth, the legend herself. You know, it's not out yet, but we did film a documentary today, and it's very exciting. Stay tuned, stay locked in. We have a show on April 2nd at the Ha Ha, posted on all platforms. It's been posted for weeks, okay? So go check it out. And you should stop by. The Ha Ha is a really special location, North Hollywood. You know, it's about to be known for us, not anybody else. Stop it. It's going to be known for us. We will be there. And he goes, they were there. And what else? We got acting classes every Tuesday with Aaron McIntyre, 7 p.m. Tuesdays. You can just come in and see how you like it. What other acting classes like that? The acting classes are like, come, I guess. Like, they don't want you there. Like, who's your agent? I'm like, I thought I was here to get an agent, but okay. One time I said my mom's my agent, and this girl goes, me too. And I was like, I was kidding. I blink twice, because you're not a Jenner or a Kardashian, so I know you're not doing well, and they're not doing well either. But fuck them. So, yeah, classes. We do podcasting. We have this open mic Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it's a funky Friday, so you guys could do comedy, poetry, or music. I did all three, obviously. And that's a wrap for me. You can find me on Instagram at SamLikeTBH or, in your wildest dreams. And I'm going to bring up this next comedian. I'm very excited to see her. Is it Simply Stacey? Stella? I know I don't have the paper, I guess, but I was like, I want you to come up right now. Right. So is that makes it better, right? Simply Stella, everybody! Simply Stella, let's do it.
She's gonna give you a hug.
Yeah, I want a hug. I would do a fist bump or a hug.
Watch out for that C2 vertebrae now.
What? What are you talking about? Oh my God, it's scaring me. Your shoes are beautiful. Oh my God.
It's a scorpion death lock.
Readjusted for free. I didn't even know. Women in comedy. That's crazy.
I feel naked without my notebook.
You got it, girl.
I'm going to talk about dating and how difficult it is. I come with Nigerian parents, so growing up, we had to deal with arranged marriages, and that didn't work good for me because I'm a weirdo. And my parents didn't understand, and they would hook up with the church to try to find me a husband. And I didn't want to do it, but I said, let me be obedient and give it a try. So I went out with one guy, and after about 3 weeks, he was like, Stella, I like you very, 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 very much, but I don't like that you smile too much. I don't like that you laugh too much. Because if I take you to Nigeria, they will think you are crazy. What? Some people in the village, they are suffering. They have no job. And when you come to Nigeria with this happy-go-lucky, they won't understand it. So I was like, well, that's in Nigeria. I'm from Long Beach. I'm from the LBC. I'm from Strong Beach. And me and Snoop Dogg been hanging out and holding Long Beach down for as long as I can remember. So I was like, next. So I tried one more. Went on with this. Well, I didn't go with this guy. This one was long distance because he was in London. I thought, he sounds cool. I can understand him. His English is clear. He has a little accent. He's in London. He's smart. I said, this might work out. Until he asked me, Stella, they all sound like that. Stella, how tall are you? And I was like, 5'7" and a half. Well, I am 5'5". When I come to America, you cannot wear high heels with me. You have to wear flat, period. And I was like, oh my God, who's this Idi Amin character? You already trying to control and be bossy? We haven't even met yet? The nerve, the audacity? Next. So I go over to my mom's house, and I was going to tell her people to leave me alone. I am so over it. But I'm standing in her doorway, and I catch her in mismatch bra and panty. That bothers me because I bought her a whole cute set for seniors, and she's not wearing it. She's wearing a mismatch, standing in the mirror with her walker. She likes Beyonce, she likes Chris Brown, and she likes Neo. So she was in the mirror holding her walker doing this. Oh, the singlets. singlets, oh, the singlets, oh, the singlets, oh, the singlets, oh, oh, oh. And I was so frustrated because she always messes up words and it gets on my nerves. And I said, Money, it's all the single ladies. All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single ladies, oh, oh, oh. It's like that. And then she said to me, if you are so smart, why are you still a singlet? My God. So I said, Mom, I want to try something else with dating. I don't like the way your people are trying to fix me up. It's not working out. So I came up with an idea that maybe, people like to laugh and people like music. So sometimes I'm a little weird approaching someone that I like. So I'm thinking maybe I should just serenade someone that I'm interested in. So for example, like if I see like a white guy that I'm interested in, the one with the cargo pants and the sandals, I'll just walk up to him and say, and we can build this dream together, standing still forever, nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other, nothing's gonna stop us, nothing's gonna stop us. Since I don't discriminate and everybody needs love, whoever you see that you're interested in, just size them up and then guess what song they may like. So like if I was to see like one of those gangster guys or something with the sagging pants and all that, I probably would do my booty hole brown and my kitty cat pink, skeet, 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 skeet. We all need love. I don't know, maybe if I was to bump into an African guy with the sandals and no lotion on the feet or something like that, I probably would walk up to him and say, Kambolite state the moya, eh, jumbo jumbo, wait to party all way long. Oh, jambalad, Kambolite state the moya, hey, jumbo jumbo. Or if I was to bump into a Mexican guy, I'd probably just walk up to him and say, hola, te ves guapo. Me canta así, cada vez que lo veo pasar, oh, mi corazón se enloquece, cada vez que lo veo pasar, y me empecé a palpitar, así. Still working on that. That is my time. Facebook, Stella Ademi Louie, and Instagram, Simply Stella A.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Patty? Hey, Patty, how you doing? You've seen Patty everywhere. Come on, Patty. Come on. Come on, Patty. Come on, Patty.
Coming on up. Well, say your name again.
Stella. Simply Stella.
That's a very sexy name, Stella.
Simply Stella.
So nice. One more time. One more time. One more time. For sexy Stella. Come on.
Yeah.
I need it. I got to have it one more time.
I know.
Because I'm going to tell you something.
Crazy white boy.
What a sexy woman she is. I can't even tell you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you look like maybe you might have some Irish in you. Do you have any Irish in you? Would you like some? What? Listen, Johnny. Give me a chance to work my magic. And I have to say something. People look at Patty. I know what you're all thinking. You say, Patty, Do you know she ran by a Sexy Red lyric? I got it. But I think here's the thing too, because I think I'm pretty up to it. You know, Sexy Red's a little bit my thing. You know, that's my thing. That gets me going. got a little chubby right now just thinking about Sexy Red. But Sexy Red says some crazy shit. Yes. She does. But I know one time she said anything's a dildo if you're brave enough. Which if you think about it, kind of true. Kind of true. But I think my favorite quote, and a quote that we both share, because I think the meaning of words has changed and what we call things changed. So if I may, because it was part of what you said, but I find it stimulating. My pussy pink, my booty hole brown. Have truer words ever been said? Is that the exact quote? My pussy pink, my booty hole brown. Brown, because you know what I've heard is like, again, bonus hole was a word that was floating around a couple years ago. Bonus hole? No, that's not the bonus hole. That's the hole. That's the hole from which we all have without that, like here. First of all, let's give it up for the LGBTY community right now. Let's give it up for them. Let's give it up for them, and let's be glad that we live in a time when people can love who they love and be who they want to be. You know what I mean? Really. But while we're doing it, let's give it up for the H's, the heterosexuals, all of them who made all those other letters possible. If the heterosexuals stop doing what they're doing, none of those other letters will be around. Do you know that? Think about that for a second. They all got letter words all of a sudden. You know what I mean? I remember when letter words weren't even invented. I remember the first letter word was the F word because it was considered a terrible word to say. Right? I remember before the N word was invented. That way you knew who the racists were. They would just say it. Ronald Reagan invented the N word in 1981. I don't know if you know that. It's true. He was a charming racist. We accidentally elected president. Do you remember him? Oh yeah. But you had to earn the N word. You had to go through some real pain to get yourself an N word. Now the L's, you got the L's, the B's, the G's, the T's. Well, here's the thing: the L's and the G's, they don't get along with each other. They never have. They never have. They don't really like each other. They don't have much in common. They just got together for political purposes. The B's, nobody really likes the B's because they're wishy-washy. Pick a fucking team, B's. For the love of God, please, B's, pick a team one way or the other. The T's soak up all the attention. Everybody's kind of sick of the T's, I think, now. You know what I mean? And the Q's, the queer, nobody my age even knows what that means anymore. The Q thing. It used to mean everything. I've lost you now, I can tell. I fucking lost you. Oh, yeah, you were there for a minute, but now you're fucking gone. Here's my point. The A's. I don't get the A's. There's an I and an A, right? Because if we're going to give a letter word out, there should be the A's stand for the asexuals. Has anyone here ever been persecuted for not fucking? How do you get your own letter word for not fucking? It's the hardest part of being Catholic and single. I'm just telling you the truth. If we really are going to give that letter away, I say it just proves nobody gives a shit about albinos. You know, fucking albinos have been persecuted for centuries. People make their bones into coffee tables. They think they're magic. Do you know that? Nobody gives a shit about it. I say give that A to the albinos. Okay, guys, there you go. That was it. Don't worry. We'll be done with this soon. Anyway, as I was trying to say earlier, and I think it was Hillary Clinton. It was Hillary Clinton that said, I hate it when people call themselves allies and then refuse to have violent gay sex with me. I think I'm sorry, that was Chapel Rowan. That was not, I got confused for a minute. A little bit. How are we doing? We doing okay here? This is good. I just make this shit up as I go along. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, this is yeah. This is the part of my act where you, and I mean all of you, just look at me and feel a little bit better about yourself. Drink it in. Drink it in. Don't think I'm not looking right fucking back at you. And I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, you know, you remind me I was once just like all of you. Lonely and horny. Horny and lonely. Horny and lonely. I was once proof that you could cry uncontrollably while fully erect. It was me. I was once briefly a spirit animal for incels. It was a long time ago. Yeah. I have this thing where I don't have any education at all. I have what's called a GED. And if you don't know what the GED stands for, you've probably got one too. You see, how much time do I have left?
You have 3.
2, 3. Well, hey, aren't you guys excited about that? I've only got 15 more minutes of comedy left to do. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I just think that I'm going to just give you, first of all, two public service announcements. The first one is ayahuasca is now the pickleball of drugs. It's official. That's official. You want to jot that down. And also, while I've been on stage, Elon Musk has had 3 more children. 3 more children. He has a lot of children, is my point. You know. Yeah. He also there's a GoFundMe up for Nick Cannon vasectomy if anybody's interested. Someone wants to help. These guys have a lot of children, is what I'm saying. You know, between the two of them, they have over 33 children and 21 baby mamas. That's fucking phenomenal. Those are big numbers those guys are putting up. God damn it. I don't know what you guys are doing, but Elon be fucking. Here's the thing. We get too big for our britches. You know, like, because there's God. We ain't God. But we can get too big for our bitches and become godlike, and that's when we're manic and evil and crazy and shit. Here's my point. Listen to me. Jump on board with me on this, okay? Elon, the state can fuck you or me. Any guy here who's ever had child support issues knows the state can come right in and fuck you. Real fucking quick, like lightning. Or any one of us. The state is powerful. And Elon thought he could fuck California. He did. He thought he could fuck California. And he moved all his operations from California to Texas. Then guess what happened? California fucked him. Trans baby. He has got a 21-year-old trans daughter now. Just yes. And it drives him nuts. It drives us nuts. And I will say this, Smashable. No, I'm just kidding. So something like that, but I don't know where I was going with that, but who knows? Is that 2 or is that it? That's 2. This just gets better and better. This just gets better and better and better and fucking better. Yeah, I was very well, I don't want to say relieved. You know, Trump got as soon as he got in office, he announced that there were only 2 genders. And for some reason, you could use the R word again. I don't know what that has anything to do, but I think, first of all, 2 genders. What was it, the 1950s? We're back at 2? I mean, we had so many for a while. I mean, do we really have to cut back to 2 right away? That's a pretty abrupt. Give me another. I was briefly a barista sexual. I was only attracted to people who had trouble spelling my name. But here's my point. You can say the R word again, which is good. I never really said it much before, but, you know, I'm not from Boston. You ever hear people from Boston say that retarded? Sounds kind of fucking retarded. It does sound a little retarded. I was at the Wilbur Theater, which is a comedy theater, and in Boston recently, and there's nobody named Wilbur there. Well, I was there, I opened there, and then I came back to L.A., and I got my car from the driveway because I parked it there. And as I was driving back, I got behind a Tesla, and on the Tesla it said, "Anti-racist baby on board." And I thought, I'm back in L.A., baby. I'm back. Then I got to think of myself, where are all those racist babies? Fucking Boston. All right, this has been mediocre at best. But you guys have been great about it. I want to say thank you. The house has been adequate. I've been Patty, Paddy, Forcomedy. Let's keep it going. We're gonna. What's that? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for the knockout comedy of One Punch Jay. Give it up for One Punch Jay. One more time for One Punch Jay.
How y'all doing tonight? So my whole childhood, I was labeled as lazy because of my condition. You have a condition. Is this a safe place? Yes. All right, I'm going to tell y'all. I don't want to hear about it later on. I have narcolepsy. And having narcolepsy is like having erectile dysfunction because it'd be hard for me to stay up. And that, you don't want to tell nobody that you have a hard time staying up. I told my doctor that he tried to prescribe me Viagra. I was like, nah, I don't have a problem down there. I have a problem everywhere else. And my dad, it was always like disappointed by this. So he used to do little fucked up shit like I could never be Malcolm X for Black History Month. I was like, Dad, why can't I be Malcolm? He said, because he was an activist and you're a sleepivist. He fought for his rights. You can't even fight to stay up. No, you can't be Malcolm X. You could be Martin Luther King. I was like, why Martin Luther King, Dad? He said, because he was a sleepy guy like you. What you mean? Because he had a dream. You can only dream if you sleep. Or you could be Harriet Tubman. Because she had narcolepsy too. But I never wanted to be her because I didn't want to come up to school dressed up as the lady on the front of the pancake box. Yeah, this dude, he got all the jokes in the world. He been complaining about me not having kids lately. Like, man, are you gay? I was like, nah, Dad. Why you ain't got a woman? It's hard to find a wholesome woman nowadays. He's like, well, I'll help you. So he took it upon himself and found me a nice, wholesome woman with insomnia. I was like, why insomnia, Dad? He said, well, listen, it's a science to this. If you do the Punnett square, you get one allele from your mom, one allele from your dad. Y'all babies gonna come out homozygous dominant if I hook you with a sleepy lady. You feel me? And sleep is a cousin of death. And you feel that mean your baby will come out stillborn. I'm like, stillborn, Dad? What you mean stillborn? He said, because you was asleep and you was still while you was born, but you was stillborn. You was stillborn. I was like, nah, that's not what that is. But okay, whatever. So he's like, okay, so now if I hook you up with a girl with insomnia, you get one allele from your mom, one allele from your dad. So the baby gonna come out heterozygous dominant, which means that the baby will have a perfect sleeping life. That's what I want, son. I don't want to be stupid like you. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. So the girl was fine as hell. So of course I tried it, but our sleep schedule conflicted. She was always up and I was always asleep. When she went to Netflix and chill, I went to Netflix and sleep. She'd throw kickbacks, I'd throw sleepovers. I had my friend come over and hang out while I sleep. She wanted to play board games. Like, no, look at the beginning part of the words. Board games. I'm gonna get bored playing them games. I'm gonna go to sleep. She's like, all y'all has to do is sleep. I'm about to break up with you. I was like, nah, please don't go. Because most women worry about their dude sleeping with other women. At least I'm sleeping with you. She's like, you have a point there. So she's there. But the straw that broke the camel's back was when I fell asleep on her when she was giving me oral. You ain't never had head so good to make you sleepy? Yeah, me neither until her. You feel me? And she woke me up. She's like, what you doing? I was like, babe, look, I got narcolepsy, but my dick got insomnia. So as long as he up, you ain't done. Keep sucking. And she finished, and then she broke up with me. She was nice enough to finish, though, and I came outside to my car, spray painted, and she left a message on it saying, you ain't done, keep sucking, don't sleep on me. I'm like, this lady is crazy. And I was trying to get her back, but like our sleep schedule conflicted, so every time I think she would sleep, she'd really be up. She'd be standing in front of her car tapping like Sonic when you don't press pause on the Sonic in the game. The one time I thought I had her, I shook the spray bottle up, and she woke up. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna look at that as motivation. It's you're telling me you ain't done, keep going. Don't sleep on me. Motivation for your ass. My dad also, according to him, in certain religions I can't practice. Like I can't be a Hebrew Israelite according to him because he said they consider themselves as woke and I'm always asleep. So he's like, yeah, you can't be one of those. He said I can't be a Buddhist neither because they meditate, and when I sit down on the ground, I'm gonna get tired and go to sleep. They be going on. That's what she said. he said you definitely can't be a Jehovah's Witness because you drive when you drive you get sleepy, and they drive from neighborhood to neighborhood and knock from door to door. So then magazines, you would have been fell asleep in a car accident. So he's like, yeah, you got to be Christian. I was like, why Christian? He said that's the only place I know you could go to sleep, but there's so much stuff going on where you got to wake up. Like, you feel me? Like, after devotion, I'm gone. When the pastor get the start his message, I'm gone. But I wake up when he hooping and hollering. I gotta go to a hooper. You feel me? I wake up for offering, and I go to sleep by the time they give it. And then my dad had to wake me up. He used to get mad at me like, "Why you always sleeping at church?" I said, "Dad, God talking to me right now." He said, "Stop lying." I said, "I'm not lying. Why you think the pastor tell you bow your heads and close your eyes when you pray, so you can hear God's voice?" And so now he let me sleep in church, and he just nudge me every couple of seconds, like, "Hey, what are you telling you now?" Like, he said, "Tell Mama to make some fried chicken tonight." Yeah, man, I keep getting DUIs, not because I'm drunk, but because I'm sleepy. I like to fall asleep at red lights. I think it's called being productive. Like, if I'm not doing nothing, why not take a nap? I mean, I'm just sitting here. But I tap a bumper. The first time I tapped a bumper, they told me how to get a designated rider instead of a designated driver. Like, you feel me? Like, they just say job to wake me up when I go to sleep. But they didn't screen this motherfucker for narcolepsy, so he was asleep too. And I hit another bumper, and so then it was like, okay, this is our last chance with you. They prescribed me a Waymo car. Yeah, they prescribed me one. Like, so I'd be sitting in the front and I'd be driving like Maggie on The Simpsons. But, you know, I'm really not driving. The only problem with that car is that, well, first they gave me a broke one because when I'm in Santa Monica and stuff, it goes the speed limit, the radio is at the right moderate level, the radio station playing making our way downtown, walking fast, faces passing the homebound. But when I get to Crenshaw, it want to play They Not Like Us, and it's driving fast and trying to race people and shit and doing donuts. The only problem with this car though is, like, I get good rest, but when I get there, I'm always late because ain't nobody there to wake me up. I mean, how you a smart car, but you're not smart enough to wake me up too? Like, it should have an alarm or some shit. I don't know. The black car get me up out there. You know, black people like you sleeping on their seats and shit. Like, get your ass up out here, nigga. The white one let me sleep because they buy a black person, a sleepy black person is a not dangerous black person. So it just let me sleep. Anybody in here been to college? Anybody in here graduated from jail? Shout out to all my San Quentin alumni. Yeah, college and jail is the same. If you think about it, like the first day of college and the first day of jail is the same. You be nervous and shit. You don't know who you gonna hang out with. Yeah, should I kick it with the athletes or should I kick it with the smart people, or should I wait for somebody to say something to me? And they both got graduations. When you graduate from jail, you get a fucking house arrest bracelet and you get fucking parole. You graduate from college, you get a fucking diploma and fucking student loan debt. And they come looking for you for that shit too. That shit ain't just as bad as parole. And either way, you're gonna trying to figure out how to find a good job. You feel me? And shit. They both have colors. In jail, you get a fucking free jumpsuit, orange. Orange is the fucking jail colors and shit. College, you get to buy a fucking a sweatshirt from the bookstore for an arm and a leg. And they both call home for the same shit. Like, anybody got any homeboys in jail? They always calling ask you to put money in your books. When you in college, when you call your mom, hey mama, can you put some money on my books from the bookstore? I need those ASAP. See you care packages and shit, and you get the same care packages in college. Noodles are my best friend. I learned how to make a fucking seafood spread in fucking college. So most people learn how to make that shit in jail. That's like goddamn grade 4, level 4 goddamn cooking material and shit. They making seafood spreads with the beanie weenies. Did you give me your light yet? Okay, 2 minutes. Cool. But yeah, man, they got gangs in college and jail too. So in college, they got fraternities. In jail, they got gangs, but they both the same shit. Colors, hand signs. Shit, and gangs call theirs dead homies. We call ours dead founders. They still dead homies. So now when people bang on me, I bang my fraternity back. I'm in Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. So people come up, where you from? I'm from Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Deuce Club. They call me narcolepsy. They about, you think you tough on a dead homie? I said I am on a dead founder. We real steppers. At least it won't have no baby speakers running around here. It's pull-out game strong. She got that. But yeah, man. Shoot. You know you could tell a lot by a person by playing Monopoly with them. Yeah, you just look at the pieces. Soon, when you play Monopoly, what piece are you? Are you the hat? Are you the car, the dog, the thimble, or the wheelbarrow?
I like the thimble.
That makes sense. Yeah, she's a protector. Yeah, that's why. Because even the thimble is made to protect your thumb, so when you sew it, you don't poke it. What are you?
The race car.
The race car. You gotta watch him. Is that your girlfriend? He be in the streets. He a race car. He be in the streets. You gotta watch him. I'm playing. He like, bro. He like, hey, why you do me like that? Is that your girlfriend for real? I don't want to get you in trouble. What are you, Patty? I don't know what Patty is.
The Scotty dog.
The Scotty dog. Okay.
There is a Scotty dog.
You gotta watch. Hey, see that makes sense because he was up here talking about you feel me how you wanted her. You gotta watch him. He'll dog you. He loyal though. He loyal. But you can learn a lot from Monopoly. Like you can learn who know how to manage money good. You can't be messing with no woman if you always getting evicted on Boardwalk. I got a homie, he stay in jail on Monopoly. He stay in jail in real life. Only difference in real life, we can't get him a get out of jail free card. But yeah, shoot, I think that's my time. I think I'm 1.J. You can find me on Instagram underneath the number 1 punch_JY. I got a show on the 25th at Yamashiro. The 28th, I'm gonna be in Monrovia, and the 29th, Accidental Chaos.
The 29th where?
Accidental Chaos.
Accidental Chaos. Great. Good for you. The last thing I have time for is this, but I gotta give him a few minutes because he's so wonderful to us. Let's give it up for Johnny B for a few minutes. What do you say? Come on, Johnny. Come on. We'll give him the light of 3. Come on. Come on. Get out there.
Get out there,
What's up? All right, sorry, can you give me 1 moment here? Let me just fix myself real quick. All right, what's up? My name is Johnny B. Today, I'm in a good mood today. Friday, I love Fridays. I like to come, go to work early. I got to work this morning at about close to 5 a.m. this morning. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go grab some breakfast, get some breakfast, go upstairs, upstairs in the break room, relax a little bit, chill. Anyways, I go back downstairs and then I'm like, okay, you know what? I look at my cell phone, I'm like, all right, I got time to kill. I got about 30, 40 minutes left. So I put $20 into the lotto machine and I'm like, all right, I tell you what, if I win one off of this one ticket, that's it. That's gonna be like, my lunch money, maybe not, maybe yes. Next thing you know, I scratch the right corner, the first one. I get the dollar bill symbol. I'm like, oh shit. I look at it, I'm like, it says instant win $250. I'm like, what? I stood there like, that did not just happen. So next thing you know, I scanned and I'm like, please let this be at least $1,000 because I want to take my ass on a fucking vacation, please. So I said, all right, that's fine. I just took the $250. That's fine. I saved it. I got the rest of my money right here. Anyways, god damn these things. Sorry. Anyways, I'll do it like this. Anyways, so I came home today like at about 11:45 this morning. So I come home, eat lunch, go straight to bed. I rest, and I woke up about 4 this afternoon. While the TV's on, while I'm listening to Casino, the movie. I love Casino with Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro. Who's the other girl? Who's that girl in that movie in Casino? Sharon Stone. I love that movie. So I get to as I'm sleeping, I get the TV. The TV's on. I'm I'm sleeping like this. And still the TV's on, and next I end up here. As I'm coming here, on the way here, I stop at McDonald's right here. I get the Filet-O-Fish combo. I had it right here, FYI. I had it right here. as I'm on the way here, and I'm walking this direction, and next thing you know, this one guy comes up to me like, "Excuse me, sir, can you buy me a filet of fish combo?" I'm like, "Sorry, sir, but it's too late. I already used up the rest of my money. I apologize." So he's like, "No, but please, I want a filet of fish combo." I'm like, "All right, you know what?" The guy convinced me. He's like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go back to McDonald's, give him his filet of fish combo." I bought him his filet of fish combo, and next thing you know, everybody's looking at me and you're like, "Did he just buy him a filet of fish combo on a Friday?" I'm like, "All right, fine. It's okay. It's just a deed. Okay, it's in my culture, it's a mitzvah. So like, just do a good deed." Anyways, Thursday was really something. I have something funny you want to hear about Thursday. Thursday, I get my butt on the bus going home. This crackhead is standing right behind me. He's like, "Hey, excuse me, sir, do you have any loose change?" I'm like, "Get the fuck off the bus, man! Get off the bus. You don't talk to me." And the guy's like, "Holy shit, man, calm your ass." And the bus driver's like, "Are you okay back there?" I'm like, "Sorry, sir, but I got a little too pissed off because I don't like people talking to me because I know who these people are. A whole bunch of fucking crackheads." And then the next thing you know, I'm on Westwood Boulevard. My mom calls me. She goes, "Son, where are you?" It's like, "I'm in Westwood." It's like, "Mom, like, son, do me a favor. Go to the Ralph's. Pick up your dad's medication." I'm like, "Fine." I go to the Ralph's right here in Westwood, and next thing you know, I'm in the pharmacy. There's this girl, she's like 6'2", 6'3". I'm like this, and she's behind me. I turn around, she's like, "Damn, that's some nice chest right there. Some nice watermelons." I'm like, "Excuse me, man, but I started like Porky Pig, like, "Boop, boop, 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 boop." I'm like, holy shit, those are really big. I mean, she's 6'2" with high heels, Asian woman. And I'm like, I started like stutter. I'm like, my eyes are just rolling backwards. I'm like, wow, she's fucking fine. And next thing you know, by the time I get runged up and I'm walking back, coming back home, she's like right behind me. Next thing you know, I'm like, I let her go ahead of me, and next thing you know, I look at her, I'm like, God damn, I want my dessert right now. And I just kept looking at her. I'm like, Jesus Christ, she's so beautiful. I'm like, next thing I went up to her and like, "Excuse me, can I get your number? Maybe we can hook up." And she looked at me, she's like, "Sorry, but you're too late." I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm like, drop this shit, okay? Like, fuck. I said, well, I went home. I go home walking. I'm just going home walking. I took off my shirt and on my tank top. This one girl whistled at me, she's like, I'm like, "Yeah, this ain't Venice Beach, sweetheart." I'm flexing my arms, getting a nice suntan and shit. I'm like, oh man, I just want to go home, just call it a night. With my 260-pound body, with these big arms, and like, okay, just go to the gym, Johnny. Just go to the gym. Maybe you're stressed out. And I went to the gym, and I go in the gym, and I'm working out. I'm like this all day. For 10 minutes, using the curls, doing the dumbbell curls, and then this couple was like looking at me and they're like, "Is this guy on steroids?" I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I don't use steroids. I drink muscle milk, you bitch." Fucking whore. Anyways, you guys, you can find me on Master Brawl on IG. And also, if you find me in Sunda's building where I'm at 10450 Wilshire Boulevard, whatever you do first, do not ring my bell or else I'll whip your ass. And that's the bottom line because I said so. And if you guys are curious to know what a scorpion deathlock is, just to be honest though, it's really painful. It's not a sex joke. It's for real. And it will hurt your C4 vertebrae, your C2 vertebrae, your C1 vertebrae. And worst comes to worst, you're gonna be in pain for a long, long time. So take your Advil, your Advil for quite a while. I know 500 milligrams, maybe about a month. Maybe some liquid Advil for 6 months. You need quite some pain. All right? You guys deuces. This is the LA School of Comedy. You guys deuces, aces. What's up? I'm out of here.
Scorpion. Why are we talking about this Scorpion Deathlock?
It's a callback.
Nah, Johnny B's starting some craziness, and now these two are going to start wrestling. Him and Ricky Ricardo, Ramirez, Richie.
Billy
Billy.
does not want no piece of this, all right?
You don't want a piece of that? No. Okay. Lee. Of course, because you guys are in the Shorts Club. Bump, 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 bump. We have had a fantastic night. I appreciate you, Aaron. I appreciate you, Samantha. Thank you, Johnny B. And, of course, the one and only Billy Ramirez. Thank you all. Come and see us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights here. And don't forget, on April 2nd, we will be at the Ha Ha Comedy Club. Thank you, and good night, Samantha Linderman.